What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box. So it turns out that Joseph Newgarden guy, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Just a little bit of talent there. But hottest driver in IndyCar continues his streak at Gateway. He's sort of making up for lost videos here in terms of the IndyCar talks. Dude's just been on an absolute hot streak, which is impressive anywhere. I mean, winning 4 out of 5 races, 3 out of 4, whatever the heck he's up to at this point. I think it's 3 out of 4 with a second place for the one race he didn't win. Any series, that's very impressive. In a series as closely competitive as IndyCar, that's just crazy. Then again, the last time an American won the championship, he won 4 in a row. So you got some work to do, Newgarden. You got some work to do. But title fight is coming down to the wire. It was looking very close, and then of course Newgarden has found a second gear here and opened it up a little bit, though you do have to consider there are double points. Yay! Because who doesn't like double points? Oh yeah, that's right, nobody likes double points, but we still have them. Joy. So there's still the opportunity for someone else other than Newgarden to win the championship, although you have to figure with the form that he is in right now, I don't see anyone beating him. And you know, honestly, that's sort of what we want to see as fans, I do believe. I mean, you go back to the race at Mid-Ohio, he absolutely tied Will Power to a post to make that pass to take the lead. That would eventually end up being the pass for the win, like 70 laps later, essentially, where he just went to the outside, then went back up the inside. That's one of those passes that when they make the montage at the end of the year of all the cool passes that happen in motorsports, that will definitely be in there. Of course, then, you know, Pagenaud finished second. He probably, honestly, could have passed Will Power. I think he just kind of decided that he was in a good position at the moment in terms of the points, and it wasn't worth the risk, obviously. And then at Gateway, just going full Ricky Bobby, the full Ricky Bobby on Jean Girard, otherwise known as Simon Pagenaud. Yeah, just sticking it all up in there, like all up in there. Just the man wants his championship, and he's definitely doing a damn fine job of it. Sort of rewinding for a moment. Pagenaud, fantastic race. IndyCar belongs on the big, fast ovals. It is where the cars, you know, really are designed absolutely with in mind, of course, because the Indy 500 is the biggest race by a wide margin. You know, it's home for the cars. It's where they should be. It's where they belong. You know, Pagenaud is a track that they belong at. The track was literally built for the cars. Like, it's just right. It is just right, and it was nice to see that. It looked like the crowd out there at the race looked stronger, at least on TV, than previous years, and you know, Gateway as well. We'll talk about that in a moment. But you know, it's just one of those races where if you don't like that race, if you didn't like that race, there's no IndyCar oval race that is going to satisfy you, because that was one of those races that regardless, you get to the end and you're just like, I feel satisfied. Maybe your favorite driver didn't win the race, but the fast car ended up winning the race. You had some strategy in there. You had lots of passes, and yes, a lot of them are totally meaningless, you know, draft passes. I will be the first guy to point that out, but it was a race. You know, across the whole thing. Is fast, safe, is exciting to watch. Just like, if you don't like that, you're just not a fan. So, Gateway. Alrighty. Okay, first of all, that is the last time we will hopefully see these Aero Kit abominations on a short oval ever. Alright, barring some sort of unfortunate disaster in producing the parts. Should never see them again. Good riddance. Hope to goodness the 2018 Aero actually works and does what it says, which, for those of you guys who haven't been following that development, they've already done some testing at Iowa Speedway, another short oval that's super fast, but it looks like for next year at Iowa Speedway, they're targeting a lower downforce configuration that should see the straight line speeds go up, corner speeds go down, which is what we all really want. So hopefully hopefully that ends up working out, and we'll see if that's applied to tracks like Gateway, and I think it is pretty imaginable that that will be the case. But a track never really known for producing great racing, once again produced some not so great racing. As simple as that. They've yet to find the formula in terms of what actually works for open wheel cars at Gateway to produce great quality racing. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't the worst race I've ever watched. It wasn't the worst race of the year. You know, it was definitely much better than Phoenix, where everybody's stuck together and can't do anything because of all the dirty air. But it does need to be addressed if the event is going to be long-term successful, and hopefully it will. I'm one of those people who is a 50-50 advocate in terms of road courses versus ovals. So I think that's where they need to be. And because of that, you need to have oval races that actually work. And, you know, judging by the crowd that they had there on Saturday night, hopefully it sticks around. Yeah, I don't know if that's a case of it being the first time back at the track in 14 years and the attendance is going to be better than what it actually is going to be once things settle in. Or if they poured a lot more marketing into it and made it work. But it was actually good to see, like, a good portion of the stands were full for an oval race for IndyCar. Like, it's nice to see. That's where they need to be. Hopefully it's a sign of things to come. Because hopefully, you know, barring goofy circumstances, the cars are going to look great next year. They're going to race even better. They're going to put on a heck of a show, look faster, look meaner, look spicier, just like, yeah. So, onwards and upwards. Speaking of upwards, that would be what Ed Carpenter was doing. He was going upwards over the top of Will Power. Yeah, oh man. For those of you guys who didn't watch, spoiler alert, there's carnage at the start of the race. Double carnage. Tony Kanaan throwing the car into the wall before the green flag. That's embarrassing right there. Like, just... oh man, especially for the guy who has quickly become IndyCar's king of destruction this year. Just, I swear that guy must own stock in whoever's building the bodywork, because he's just shredding through it this year with reckless abandon and blatant disregard. But and then the 3-car pileup with Will Power, who got sucked around by Joseph Newgarden's power mover on the outside. And then Ed Carpenter piled in there, did Ed Carpenter things, and Sato was involved in the whole thing as well. And it's just like, great way to start off a new racetrack that hasn't been raced at for 14 years in the series with a good crowd on hand. Great job, guys. You had one frickin' job and you all screwed it up. So thank goodness Joseph Newgarden went Ricky Bobby in there and hopefully salvaged the night with one of the coolest passes of the year. Also, mysterious retirement from Tony Kanaan as Ganassi made the call to park that car. Why? Who knows? It's perfectly fine to let him run 3 laps around for most of the lap, and then finally you decide, hey, you know what, this is kind of futile. Let's just go ahead and park it. Yeah. And then actually, during the NBCSN broadcast, they went back and aired a conversation at Pagenaud between Max Chilton and his team, where the team retired the car, and Max Chilton, and I have to say thumbs up to him on this one, he definitely earns the seal of approval. You know, basically said, hey, what are we, a bunch of quitters? Why are we retiring the car? You know, this is not how we do it. We finish it out till the end, you know, as best as possible. Why are we quitting? You know, and I have to say, I was one of those guys who was all like, yeah, Max Chilton, IndyCar, great, just what we need, another F1 reject. Yay! And, you know, he's a mid-pack at best driver, but at least he's a quiet mid-pack at best driver who doesn't cause problems, unlike one or two of his teammates. Charlie Kimball! Tony Khan! Oh, God, allergies, man. Whew! I tell ya, that time of the year. But, you know, he's been largely pretty quiet, and, you know, I have to say, totally right. Why would you retire the car? That's not what you're supposed to do as a top-notch racing organization, Ganassi. So, what do? But, so, just thought I had to mention that because obviously Max Chilton, his IndyCar career is up in the air, and I just felt like, you know what? The guy earned a thumbs up on that one, because that is the right thing to say. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.